What's going on, guys? It's an episode of Inside the NFL Mind. Don't check your calendars. I know today is Sunday, but last week I missed Tuesday and Thursday, so I'm trying to make up for those days. I'm going to go over a lot of old stuff that I did miss last week. Don't worry, I will be back Tuesday. Tuesday will be my last Tuesday because that next Tuesday, next week, that's right. The EVP and Miami NFL recap will come back. It'll be the previews of the shows. We'll talk about all of the upcoming games, kind of give you guys some thoughts of it'll be sort of like how Inside the NFL Mind give you guys what we suspect to see from the first kickoff season. But don't worry, Inside the NFL Mind is not going nowhere because I will be live that Wednesday for our first game. It will be nothing but parlays, bets to give you guys some inside thoughts and bets about everything. And hey, we will go over some insert bets, some DraftKings bets and things like that. We'll discuss a lot of things that we'll talk about on the inside of the NFL Mind of Miami on Thursday, on Wednesday, and we'll have an episode on Thursday. Now, every episode will go back on Thursday, as planned because we will still do inside the NFL mind of Miami on everything. So just know that we will be doing I will be doing that on my own. So inside the NFL mind will be on Thursdays, and we will be back on Thursdays, and I will be doing that at 6 o'clock p.m. all the way up to 8 o'clock. That Wednesday next week and Thursday next week will only be focused on that game only. It will kind of give you guys a breakdown of what to suspect of the next week Wednesday game and Thursday game. Like I say, we'll go on prop finders, we'll go on DraftKings, we'll go on all the internet bets. Give y'all guys some updates on the weather, things like that, injuries, things like that. So you guys get ready for that. Hope you guys are ready for that. I'm so happy that we're back doing the NFL. Thanks to everyone who has joined me. I think we started this like the month of March, and now we're here. It's like it doesn't seem like I've been doing it for that long, but we're here. Been holding it down. I had to switch up a couple of days because sometimes it wasn't a lot going on. So some days I did Tuesday, some days I did Thursdays. But hey, thank you guys for joining me. Like I say, we're gonna today we're gonna look over a lot of stuff that had happened, injuries Okay, that's my bad. I don't. It's probably my internet, not StreamYard. But like I said, we'll discuss a lot of things, guys. Like I said, we'll go over a few things. Like I said, we'll go over here on X. Look at a couple of the stuff that had did go down with everything. Talk about, like I say, some deep dives. Go into some deep dives and stuff like that. Shouts out to everyone. Shouts out to the host who will be next week. Like I say, me and him will be back live. He was the one that really kind of started this whole sports thing for DWE, and he missed a couple of days, and then inside the NFL Mind created on that. So shouts out to the EVP. Like I say, join me and him next week. We'll be starting off next week where we'll be talking about NFL football. Channel. It will be live on the EVP YouTube, the Talk It Up podcast YouTube. Hopefully, it'll definitely be streamed on the TV page, and I know it will be streamed from my page. It will not probably be connected to our Twitch because I don't think CJ's StreamYard can take up that many account with streamings. So just join that. You can either catch it on his YouTube, as you can see down there. It'll be the EVP show, or it will be on Talk It Up podcast, or it will be on Miami the Great 305 page, and also it'll be on the DWE TV page on Tuesdays. We'll be back on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, you can catch us doing the recaps of the NFL show. And like I said, catch me on well, the first week will be Wednesday and Thursday, but normally it'll be Thursday. Before 8 o'clock, I'm here to prepare you for every Thursday game. Just the Thursday games, guys. A lot of stuff that I've been saying has kind of been hidden. I would definitely love to talk about the Bengals, because man, I told you guys the Bengals looked great yesterday. I keep telling y'all they look phenomenal. The way they played, especially with the people they had, it seems the Bengals could be in a good position right now. Here that I was like they could be a possibility to be winning in their division. And it looks like it. They look great. I love the way they look. Like I say, I'm going to give you guys a lot of thoughts about over the past 2 weeks, because this is the last week we will get preseason, and there's a lot of teams that went in that I already told you guys I was concerned about. That we're concerned about Miami, especially Atlanta fans. I already see the memes already coming out, and I already had got you guys prepared for it. That means no one is tuning in to Inside the NFL Mind before we went into the preseason. I was telling you guys, I was worried about the Atlanta Falcons. I was worried about the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm not too worried about Arizona, because one thing I can say, and the Raiders, I can say Raiders and Arizona, I'm not too worried. They probably will have some decent games. I don't now seeing them, they might won't lose too many games, but when they come up to some good defensive teams, I'm still a little worried. But I did see some good things coming from the Raiders these past 2 weeks. Arizona too, I did like a couple things too, but I'm still like in the middle with them. I'm not like, okay, possibly win a playoffs. Now, could they have a winning season? They could possibly get closer to a winning season. I don't think they're going to be, especially the Raiders. I don't think they're going to be bad as it was last year. I thought Arizona probably was going to fall a little bit, but I don't think so either. I think Arizona could possibly be decent, but I'm still worried about when it comes to those teams that have a great roster. How would they do well with that? The people they are going to go against. But yeah, shouts out to everyone about that, guys. Like I say, we got a lot to get into. Shouts out to you, Aaron. Thanks for joining me on the Sunday. I seen no games was on, and we won't get no game later on tonight. So I said, let me go on for a couple hours, give you guys some stuff. because like I said, we missed 2 days. So let's get right into it, guys. We're gonna get into some football talk with you here with you guys. Let's talk. Let's get it started. We got already a clip here of the um Browns. I was speaking about the Browns. We already have the Deshaun Watson about what his comments was here. With everything going on. Let me see. Can I get this? Can I blow this up? If I can.
Man, I didn't have no reaction. I think the biggest thing is, I don't. I think you guys know too, and I think the whole world knows. It has nothing to do about the performance. It's it's a little bit personal. I'm gonna keep whatever I feel with me and my family internally on how I feel about that. And yeah, just move on.
But don't you think Deshaun that winning and playing better would eliminate some of that booing?
Last time I played on this field, I tore my Achilles, and that same fan base they cheered when I got hurt. So does that have to do with what does that have to do with anything about performance? When a person get hurt, especially for your own city, and they cheer.
Does any of that make you regret coming here?
No, I don't regret anything in my life. I think the Lord put me through situations for a reason. So I don't regret anything at all. But, you know, I had different thoughts on how it was gonna be, but it is what it is. Um, sometimes, the tables turn and I'm patient enough because I'm a child of God to, wait for that time to change. So I'm not tripping on it. I'm not tripping on it. Man, I didn't have
Basically, this whole thing to kind of give you guys content of the whole thing with this interview with Deshaun Watson, and what's going on with this, guys, is that we're getting basically Deshaun Watson was getting booed from the the stadium because people wasn't feeling the performance of Deshaun Watson. I got some stats here. I think I put on my IG page. I do have of Deshaun Watson and there and also they both played. I think Deshaun went a little lower. I think he won before rundown of what they got. Deshaun Watson had 16. He also had 161 passing yards, zero touchdowns, one interception. Um, so let's start with Deshaun Watson first. We got Deshaun Watson here. That's let me go back to my clips here of everything. We got we got Deshaun Watson. Like I said, it says you can read the clip here. It says Deshaun said he believes that the boos he received from Cleveland fan base during Saturday's preseason game were personal and has nothing to do with his professional playing. And I mean, and I just ran down the couple of stacks that we got from Deshaun Watson. Now on the Shador Sanders side, we got he did 15 completions, 22 attempts. And that's halfway, not completely there. You know, we know that I came in telling you guys that you know that the Browns was deciding to have this quarterback competition. We all know. Now Sanders had a little under what Watson had. Sanders got 153 passing yards. He had one TD, so he had more TDs than Deshaun because they both played 2 quarters. Sanders played the first and second quarter, and you had Watson play the third and almost dead near the fourth quarter. He had took a lot of more snaps. But the thing about this is Sanders did have 2 interceptions um, when we came down to it. So that does give us a little more content about what we was looking at and what we was looking into. Like I said, with the Browns and the things that's going on with the Browns. The only thing I think I would say is that, Shador, that's the one thing I did worry about when it came to if he started a full year. Can we slack up on the interceptions? We got 2 in this game, and it was a preseason game. So that could be a little worry because you don't want to be a turnover machine because once you're there, the fans will turn on you. Deshaun, like I said, didn't play a full game. I still think they're going to go with Deshaun Watson. I think that's who's going to play. I think that's who's going to be their captain. I think that's who's going to lead this team because they put so much money in him. They invest in them and things like that. So I feel like that's where they are going to go. They're gonna ride that until that because, like I say, I think the interceptions still because we've seen a lot of it. Now there's no excuses. Sanders now have got the reps. He's got the full getting used to his receivers. And we're still seeing turnovers in the preseason. So that I'm telling you, that might be quite alarming. But the way when I was looking at this game yesterday, the way the Browns seems like to me they want to go the Sanders way and maybe lean more to Sanders being the starter. But like I say, once again, I'm more a little worried about Sanders turning over the ball from yesterday. But we'll see how which direction they would go. Like I say, I would not go over yardage and the stats. That will be for Tuesday. So most of these games that happened last week, guys, you catch me Tuesday. I will really break down the yardage, the stuff like that to get you guys adjusted to what me and CJ will do next week so you guys can get back into the feeling of that because that was basically what we would do. Basically on Inside the NFL Mind, I was just giving you guys news, updates, and things like that. So this will be the day I will kind of catch up on some of the stuff that happened. Even though if you did find out about some of the injuries, kind of update you guys if you're not updated, because I know everybody's ready for next week on the first kickoff show of the kickoff and also the kickoff show for the season 2 of me and CJ. I'm going to try to come up with a nice if CJ wants me to do a background like how I did for my background, I can do that for him too if he wants to, or we can do whatever. Like I say, he's the host of that show and I'm the co-host. But like I said, and Thursdays are going to be really interesting because you all guys know that we're going to really break down some bets, parlays. Like I say, if you're into that, and I think it will help some of you fantasy players too for that game on those regular day games. Like I say, if you want to do see our parlays for the regular Sundays, there is a QR code right at the top of my head. Click that, pull out your phone. That will take you straight to our Discord. I started dropping some stuff in there, but I didn't do that for preseason because, like I said, I kind of wanted to see how everything was going to go for the preseason. So that was just my thoughts of that. But let's get into some scores here. We did get the Lions. The Lions did win their game for week 2 for preseason. 13-17, guys. One thing I will take from this, and I don't I'll really dive into it on Tuesday so I can understand the stacks and stuff and really gotta give you guys my thoughts about this game is that this was another team I was telling y'all I was worried about, and was the Washington Commanders. I was not worried about the Lions. Not too bad now. Don't get me wrong. It was a close game. It was not too far off. So they did fight. They didn't lay down. Like I said, it seems like the Lions was really trying to maybe, like I say, most of these preseason games is just come up with a strategy to get into the regular season to see how most of these guys are going to do. Seems like the Lions are still doing their same gameplay, their still format. So I feel like the Lions are still good in their area. I'm telling you, the Lions and the Vikings are probably going to be the two teams that will be fighting for the division, especially the outlandish. When it came to Green Bay was saying they had the best defense and all this stuff and said they had the best team in their division. Preseason, they haven't shown me that. The Lions and Vikings have showed me they are going to probably be way better, which I was telling you guys that. Now, maybe things will change because we know injuries may happen, things may happen, so the ties could switch. I'm not saying Green Bay is not going to fall off. This division, when it comes to Green Bay, the Lions, and the Vikings, it's going to be more closer than we think with this division. It's going to be really hard, especially the way they adjusted the schedule with some of these division games going back to back and stuff. But shouts out to the Lions. Not too surprised about the play of their gameplay and them winning that game. I'm really interested in seeing more of what they go from. Let's go back to some more Browns news here, guys, that we have here. We got some more Browns news. We have the head coach of the Browns, Munkins, was saying he did make some comments about Deshaun Watson receiving boos. He said, "How does it feel to get booed?" I mean, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy question. It sucks. It comes with a terrible with trauma. You don't want to get booed. Let's play good football. So, and Monk is. I knew he was a big fan of Sanders. He said he'd been wanting to try to get Sanders for a while, for quite some time. Um, I, I, I I guess the Browns are feeling, and I mean, of course they want Sanders. I mean, Sanders is the guy they've been wanting, but like I said, I'm a little more worried about, the 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 Brown the turnovers that Sanders is doing. So that's where I'm a little more worried at when it comes to the Browns. We got more news on the Browns, this whole thing with this, because like I said, I guess it was a big thing. And like I said, if you didn't see it, Deshaun Watson said he found himself in a bad spot following yesterday's comments. He said the press conference is going to be difficult to come back from. So I mean, I feel like the way he answered the questions wasn't a crazy thing, wasn't bad. It didn't come off as a whole anger moment. Like I said, he said that when he got injured, the crowd cheered, and the press conference asked him, like, does that make you regret you came here? He said no. Um, it's going to take more than a quarterback for the Browns to have. It's going to take a good wide receiver, mostly everything. I think the defense got to get back where they need to be at too, especially losing Myles Garrett is probably quite a major hit, in my opinion. Um, like I said, I still think it's going to be Deshaun Watson. I hate to prepare the Browns. I will be really surprised. Now, if it doesn't, I say they might, I think the first maybe 4 games, if it doesn't go right, I think they probably would possibly, I think the third week, If it doesn't go off, I think that's when you're going to start hearing the media say, "I are we going to go with Sanders and go with Sanders early and just let him finish off the season?" Um, it depends on how it goes. But I think the crowd. I already going to tell you the recession is not going to be good because it seems like Cleveland is not a fan of him. And I mean, does that make him go out and play better? It could. I hope that's the case of him going out and playing better. And when I mean him, I mean by Deshaun Watson. That's what I hope the case will be. Him going out, play a little better, and just going out there to prove, to try to get the crowd on his side. Like I say, this crowd and the coaches behind Sanders. I love Sanders too. I just want the interceptions to go down because if you want to be that elite quarterback, you have to eliminate the mistakes. You have to get your team to win. The coach has to not be afraid to one, put the ball in your hands and make plays for the team and get wins. Now he did. Sanders did do a beautiful pass. I did like some of the stuff he did yesterday. Like I said, he did do better than I seen him do last year. I think now it's just to work on the interceptions. I think that's where he goes from here. Let's talk about tonight's game. If you guys don't know, there is a Sunday night's game. It will come on 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. For the finishers off of week 2, we have Seattle and Tennessee. Really want to see how this dynamic is going to go. I know Aaron just asked about his Seattle Seahawks, so they will be on tonight. So far, from what I've seen and this will be their second game from Seattle, it doesn't look like I'm not, and I didn't say they was going to fall off the wagon. I just don't think they'll get pretty close. I'm still, even though everything that's going on with the 49ers and the Rams, I still feel like when you're in your division, people are going to give you the hardest competition. They're going to try to find a way to win most of those games when it comes to Seattle. So I think Seattle, I won't say they will have a difficult uphill battle. Of course, a lot of teams are going to try to beat them because one, you are the Super Bowl champs. People are going to try to beat them to just show that we beat the Super Bowl champions. I feel like that has to be in people's mind, players' minds, to beat the team, especially coaches and personnel. So I think this will be a great game for week 2. I love the way I've been raving. I know you guys have been hearing me rave about Tennessee Titans. I think the Tennessee Titans have a great team. It'll be really to see how Tennessee goes into this game and see where does Tennessee go from here when it comes to gameplay of the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, not Philadelphia Eagles, the Tennessee Titans. Speaking of, I was looking at some Philadelphia Eagles news. Speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, guys, because that's what I was about to get ready to talk. That will be our next topic of here. Guys, we have a injury update. It says Eagles running back Jackson was released from the hospital after and joining his team from return trip Saturday night from Philly. So I'm glad to hear that he's back with the team. Hopefully everything's okay with him. We need, like I say, injuries does cause a team a great hit. It can cause a lot of stuff. You got to come up with a new strategy, new plan, and new things like that. So definitely something we will have to see with that. Now we was just talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. I do have a clip here we got from the game that we got this past weekend or this past week. We will take a quick look at here, and I will probably we'll play it, and then we'll kind of break it down of what we see from here. So let's break this down here.
Team is What's on the outside is Gabe Akers is applying pressure and getting to the quarterback right there. Nice job on the play action, getting the ball out by Andy Dalton and getting it up the field. Team is
Now I like this. Let's break down a lot of stuff here. Defense here. Hey, shouts out to the guy we're trying to get his hands up to try to at least get a tip here. So let's give this guy a benefit of doubt. He tried to get it. I mean, he almost got up there, but it didn't jump up too high. Probably could have tipped that. So that's where we first start at. Let's go a little far back. Let's see, can we see the line adjustment? I don't think it gives it to me. No, so I don't see it from there. So we'll
team is what's on the outside is Gabe Akers is applying.
I like this. Really, he this guy here was really close to him. Almost got the tackle too, because you'll see from the next play he almost tipped him, but he escaped it. What was it, a lazy tackle? I mean, he tried because he was getting away. You'll see here. Probably could have got him, but probably would have hustled a little more here from here. Like I said, great play, great, dink and dump play. Going to get a few yards here because he's going to get away from this guy. So now you have you guys that's back here that's now becoming blockers, whoever is up here at next. And I think we will have a few people.
And getting to the quarterback.
Almost looked like he went out. Let's see. I know they probably reviewed this play because game close. I know they probably reviewed
and getting to the quarterback. Real nice job on the play action, getting the ball out by Andy Dalton and getting it up the field.
Of getting out of the out of bounds. Like I said, not a bad play. One thing I did like seeing from the Eagles yesterday, and that was they're throwing the ball. Something that I was thinking that they was not going to do when it came down to it. That was something that I did not see coming from them. So that was something that, I was not suspecting. They did say when Hurts is going to be in, they're going to start back going with the run, not just with Saquon, but with him too. So I think that and I'm not going to be surprised. I think they are going to do a lot of more passing. I think a lot of more guys are going to get involved. I think for my my people who are doing bets and things like that, try to go. I think they will probably spread the ball. I'm not too sure on Lemon. I would not put too much on Lemon because he's still in that injury. Coming off of injury, we're not too sure about his health, so be careful with him. So that now, I don't know if that will make defense be more on Smith than him because the double team will be there. So I think the Eagles will probably do a lot of more passing to that tight end, which, hey, we knew how phenomenal he was. Don't forget, they did draft another tight end. I think he was the tight end we did have, is fighting for a new contract. And I think he's going to play so well to show the Eagles that he deserves that contract, which I feel like he did. And I feel like he does. So I think he will be probably one of the main people that will get a lot of more yardage than Smith because the double team will be on Smith until Lemon can show that the defense has to worry about him too. And that probably will come in a little later down the line. I think that the defense will play like that. They're going to double Smith. I think that opens the door for the tight end. We can't forget about that. So great. Like I said, I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Eagles. Really feeling comfortable with what I seen, especially now Brown's gone. It looks like we're getting a lot of more of a different team. I did like some more new strategies that we got. So I'm a little more comfortable, but I'm still a little worried about when we take on teams like New York, because New York and Dallas are still a team I worry about, because on paper, Dallas is still good. I don't care what no one say. I did see the last couple of Dallas games. I'm not shocked. Dallas has been playing well on both sides of the field, and New York too. I seen their game yesterday. The way they're playing, and I said that the division can either go to the I'm about to say Falcons, the Cowboys, or the New York Giants. I think Eagles will not be far behind. I'm still a little worried about the Commanders, even though they did get Stephon Diggs. I think the Commanders will be barely just there. I think still the way I seen yesterday the Eagles play, I feel like the Eagles can beat the Commanders, even though the Commanders have Stephon Diggs. Let's go to some Tampa Bay news, guys. I did like and speaking of Tampa Bay, I did like some things that I did see from Tampa Bay. Really showed me some great stuff so far. Instead, Brandon Buck IU got his first 3 carries with the first in today preseason game. They did take on Kansas City, which I think that's what we're going to see. I think that was something I don't know if I said. I think maybe CJ said it, that they might run the ball a little more, which I think that's got to be the case, especially with some of the receivers they got. They still have one good wide receiver, but I think they're going to do. I think Tampa Bay, in which I'm not minding it, they're going to probably be a run first team. Maybe run a couple plays when they come out for the stream. Couple of um first quarters and stuff. So I think here is where you want to adjust your bets, is maybe put a little more in the rush. Um, could we still see a lot of more passes? Maybe. I would say I still would put Baker in that 170 range, because one, he's been trying to get that contract. Another person that's trying to fight to get a contract, 170 plus has to go. He has to get that or more. I feel like he can do that. If he wants this contract, especially now, the way the Tampa Bay is structured, he definitely will have to put this team on his back. So can he do that? That's something that we'll have to see from him. So we'll have to see how they do that when it comes to him. Let's go to another. I think this is another. I have another um, Eagles and New England Patriots video for you guys here that we can take a look at. We'll kind of break this down. Let's blow this up for you guys and let's play this.
Wow, too easy. Way too easy. Right down the middle. Right down the middle. Right down the.
Now, it's a lot of. I got a lot of takes on this, guys. Let's go back. Now you know this is gonna let's just be real. Let's go back to the beginning. Defense is in goal line formation. I wish this line here. Maybe they were thinking that they were probably going to do a sweep, because you do got the guy out here. But I would push some of these guys a little more up. But he went right through the middle. This line here, I'm very disappointed in that defensive line when it came to New England. They just let this guy go right up the middle. Great block from the Eagles. Let's go. I went too far because, like I said, great block. Let's go right here. Great block. I mean, can't get no better block than that. I mean, the defense just got shredded. No. I mean, he just cut right through. So defensive line did not do well in my
Right down the middle.
right up to the middle.
Right down the middle. Right down the
No stop there from the New England Patriots. I did not like that. No effort on whoever this, if it was the second, third string, whoever was out there at the time. You let this, let them go up there. You could at least stopped it a little bit. We have nothing in this right here. This whole line is still kind of bowed up. These guys, I mean, great block from the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. They did great block. They opened the gap to get this guy what he needed. So, and like I say, great on the Eagles side, bad on the New England side when it came to defense. So it's like, I wish that they didn't do that and open that kind of area up with that. I feel like that could have been better defense for them when it came to that. So it's just a lot to adjust from there. I think they will go back and look at that film and really break that down like I did and try to improve on those slots there. We have another video here. I have another one of New England and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here, let's play this. Right now, it looks like I can't see this other side, but it looks like that might be man zone, 2-man zone. Could be because it's probably possibly another person here because we got 2 people here. It's probably a man. Probably for defense, we probably got 2-man. It's either 2-man zone or we got man zone because we got 2 guys here. Looks like we're gonna here. Defense is probably looking for a run. It's probably a pass because I already see now that the quarterback is looking out, so he's already looking at defense, so he's depending on handing it off or passing it. I think they'll probably go. We might go pass here. Let's see.
on offense. What are some of the things that you're trying to get guys rolling with going right now?
Go, Tommy. Yeah, I mean, look, this really gets it going right here. A big run. He gets going down the field using the athleticism, but it's.
And hey, that's what at first, and it looked like, yeah, that was a 2-man, zone in. It looked like, I was thinking, and hey, kudos on him, because you go back, the defense wasn't for sure. It was a great throw off here, great run. Really was probably 2-man. Great block here on the Eagles. On the offensive side, like I said, he was possibly maybe looking around, this is not the starting quarterback, looking, didn't see nothing. Like I said in the beginning of the video, he was already seeing how the defense was set up, how to get this ball off and get it rolling. So that's something that you'll probably possibly see from these guys. Like I say, great run. Let's take a look at it one more time. Hopefully it plays. But like I said, it was this part. Yeah, see, he ain't even doing it. It don't need alignment no more. But it was, like I said, it was a lot of great play on that one. Did like the quarterback did go look out and was looking to see that was Tony D. Okay, so that's if and everybody know who Tommy DeVito New York Giants was pretty decent, and then they went with the quarterback they have now. So that's what it was. Like I said, great backup there. I always liked it to see, hey, New York Giants, if things doesn't work out with the with Geno, I mean, there goes the quarterback. I would say some of these guys, I mean, it's great to have a good backup. Because just in case if your starting quarterback is up, and I think Tom DeVito can keep definitely New England at float because he did well. He didn't do too bad to me when he was with the New York Giants. He did pretty well, but that's just me. Far as I had seen. Now we have some video about the this is the Chiefs, and I think let's see who is this Chiefs, and oh yeah, this is the Chiefs and Buccaneers. So let's take a look at this here. We got so I got this at the beginning. Yep, it's at the beginning. Right now, I could already tell you this might gonna be a pass because he's looking how the way he's looking. Now, shouts out to the defense. They already are probably adjusted to see what being ready for it. So let's see.
Yeah.
But great, dude.
I think that was an incomplete pass, but yeah. I think that was
Great
an
tip ball.
incomplete pass, but
The defense is ready. And like I said, you could tell that, and his eyes told, look, he's already looking. The defense already knows. Somebody know, okay, you're passing. You and I know when you're passing, you then look, try to trick the defense. Not very well on the quarterback here. Because, like I say, he looked at directly. Of course, the defense is going to know that's just defense one-on-one. Hey, I know where you're going to pass it. Your head is only one spot. You're telling me where you're going to pass it. At least try to throw us off because you could have had these guys, even though you got this one guy. How we because these guys are so hey, at least have this guy. You're going to look this way, maybe kind of slide over just a bit with that. Like I said, Tampa Bay, was one of the teams I was telling you guys that I always had those concerns about when it came down to the gameplay and the adjustments they're going to make when we see how they're going to go into the year and see how they're going to go when it comes down to it. Let's get into it. We had I feel like yesterday's game, I did see it. I caught bits and parts of it here. And it was the Bengals and Bears game. Not pretty much what I thought it was gonna be, but I mean, of course it had the players on there. Right now it's in the second quarter is 6-3. I think we got the Bears who have the ball.
An injury unavailable this evening. Long throw is caught. Jahdae Walker, a Red Raider from Shaker Heights, climbs. An injury unavailable this evening.
Love it. He's going to reach out for that ball. He's going to make a play for his quarterback. I love this play. Love this play from the offense. He's making this play for his quarterback.
Long throw.
Boom. I love it. Hey, great job on the defense. You got two guys. Hey, this guy maybe, okay, my guy doesn't got it. Great job on the defense. Two for at least trying to, hey, he's caught the ball. Let's make sure he doesn't get a touchdown. So shouts out to the Bengals on this part, on that part too. Hey, it was a great play. Not this. I don't put this on the Bengals because he reached out for it. The guy came up for it and got it. But the Bengals did cover it back up and did get the catch. So great play from the Chicago Bears on that. And like I said, even though the Bengals did win that game, it was a lot of stuff I did like from the Bengals on the offensive side. So that was something that we did see. So back to the we're going to go back to the Chiefs and Buccaneers game here, guys. We got another clip of that. Let's see. It's like a 10-second one. So and this is Fields, by the way, guys. So Justin Fields is on the field.
To the rotation here.
I barely even touched him.
That's length, long arms. He's got a huge wingspan, and Todd Bowles said it. He has not had this kind of.
To the
I'm really hoping, guys, the way I seen Fields play, I'm hoping that Patrick can go, because I don't think Fields can keep this team afloat. It was not a great gameplay for me. When I seen a lot of people saying the same thing. I was saying, some plays where he had guys open, you could see him looking other directions, looking other ways. Like, he didn't see some of his guys open. I don't know what it was he looking for. What was he trying to adjust to? What? Because he's been on this team. They got him before the season starts. So, Fields is definitely a guy you better pray you dad Nick can make the playoffs, because you might lose a few games if he has to step in. I'm still wondering how they're going to go with this whole with the whole thing of what will go on with the with them. But like I say, we'll see what goes on with that. I have nothing else to say about Fields. I mean, he those plays, especially if, let's say, if Patrick can't go, the Chiefs are going to definitely be in trouble. So that does open up the doors for the Broncos or the Bengals, which another team that the Broncos have to worry about, the Bengals, which I would tell you guys that the Bengals have to go. Broncos don't need to fall off the wagon. I think they need to at least just try to get some good games to make us feel like, because I feel like they got all the way there, and then, magically Bo Nix got injured, and we all know what happened. Got probably one of the worst playoff games ever in history that I can remember. So let's go to another one. We're back to the we have Bengals and Bears here again. We're going to do a gameplay here. Let's look at this.
But he doesn't slow down the Bengals offense.
Johnson doing a nice job taking it to the outside extended and making a heck of a throw. Mitchell Tinsley making a nice catch there.
These are play, like I said, Bengals, like I said, this is their backup quarterback. Their third string backup quarterback. Like I said, I seen a lot of great gameplay from the Bengals yesterday. Really liked what I seen, even with the guys they had out there. Kind of makes me feel like, well, if they're the backups or the people who they do have out there are playing top tier NFL football, I can only imagine the way they're going to play. Now I have another clip. This is there, and from the clip it says that this is a play from one of their the Bengals fourth rounder, Young, finds the end zone. Let's look at this here. I love this play here. I'm surprised the defense is in this kind of format, because I can automatically say empty backfield. We're throwing this. So I'm surprised we don't got a man or some guys that are a little back, a little farther. We probably are doing a blitz, because the defense is going to probably come in flat. So we're probably doing a blitz here because we got a lot of guys up in the front. So this is definitely a blitz. The line is going to block anyway because we already know that this is a pass play. So maybe that's why the defense is blitzing to try to get this ball out quick and make a mistake and make this be an incompletion. So let's see how they go.
Johnson on 3rd down and 5. They need the 12.
Got him,
Throwing
got
Young. Caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals shiny new. Johnson on 3rd
And no, okay.
down and 5. They need the 12. Throwing Young.
You had some guys back there. Now, I couldn't see the other side, so I was thinking it was a blitz. So, because I was only seeing the front, but like I said, hey, great pass from the Bengals. I did like I said, it was a lot of gameplay I seen from the Bengals that really proved to, I hope, Bengals fans that the Bengals are going to try to get to what they're going to get to. A lot of great gameplay from the Bengals. We have to see from them. So we'll see where it's going to go with this here. We're going to go back to the Kansas City Chiefs here. Let's get this back up here. Still got Justin Fields out there playing on this one. This will be a sack here, guys.
Rotation here.
Barely even touched him.
That's the length. Long arms. He's got a huge wingspan. And Todd Bowles said it. He has not had this kind of
Rotation here.
Just a bad play. Defense, offensive line not blocking for him. I don't know what string is out here. Pretty much this will not be, probably most of those guys will not be out there if Patrick's playing, because if they are, then Patrick's right back injured again. So pretty sure these guys will not be on the offensive line of the gameplay when it comes to that. When they're playing out there on the field and stuff. Let's look at now. This is a great play from Fields. Let's look at this. I did find this clip from Fields. Like I said, there was a couple plays here and there of Fields doing what he needed to do. Let's look at this one real quick. Take a quick look at this one here, and let's.
That was well executed. Crossing route, Andrew Armstrong.
Now I did like I said, I did like this gameplay. Let's look at it one more time. He got the ball out quick, which is probably something that if they are going to go with him, maybe that's something they're going to probably practice on and train on, getting the ball out quick, getting the ball out to the receivers and getting the ball in their hands quick. Like I said, I did like this play here. Like I say, really quick. Good. Coming in, boom, got it out quick.
Well executed.
Hey, that's all we need. Don't forget that this game is won by yards, not by the score. Because if you can keep the ball out of the other guy's hands and score, though, that's the main thing too. Yes, eat up the clock, but also make sure you make a offensive play and scoring. We're not talking about the field goals. So that's definitely that. Another play here we have from Tony V. Like I say, he used to be on the New York Giants. So if everyone's familiar with him, like I say, he's a great quarterback. I like this play here. Let's take a look at it.
Same route and make it his own. That's ball. What a throw and catch.
DeVito with a strike. He had him earlier on the post where he was beating the guy.
Same route.
Great play. Great pass. Don't got no problems with it. 68 yards. It was a play. I know somebody, I seen it. I don't know if I saved it. So somebody was like, what is this person doing? I think it was the Eagles and the Patriots game. And I was like, I don't know. I hope I saved it. I think I did. I don't know. I'll keep taking a look at it here and see. But like I say, 69. Well, I said 68, but 69 yards of it. Great play from it. Loving what that whole play did. Like I said, Tony V is a great player. Like I said, I was very shocked that that the Giants moved on from him. So just great to see. We take a look here. We had we're back on the Buccaneers game real quick. Let's take a look at this Buccaneers clip here. Shouts out to their defense because their defense did get a stop here. So shouts out to them. Let's take a look at it.
Make the correction. They contain Fields, and now they make this a very difficult situation for Harrison Butker.
Watch Anthony Nelson there. I love it. Run to the sideline instead of trying to close the distance on Fields, and that leaves.
Make the correction. They contain
this. So you got a guy here. I don't know what Fields is looking at. Okay, even if you pass to this guy, he's blocked. Why did he not? I think everybody was saying here, why did he not throw to this guy?
Fields
still open. This guy's still open. What is Fields doing? The guy is still open. Even if you pass it, he has the touchdown. I don't know what Fields was doing. You got some decent block. I mean, these guys are technically blocking.
And now they make this a very.
He's trying to rush. Now you move from your pass protection. Now you're open. They're finna come for you. It's just all over the place where Fields made a great mistake here, and I don't like the way
difficult situation for Harrison.
Now we're back. We're a little adjusted. The guy's still open. Even back there, he was open, and he still. I don't know. It's like you don't want to throw it. Just get the ball out of your hands. And this is something that people were saying about Sanders about holding on to the ball too long. And I think most people call it trying to be a game player. And I feel like here, instead of trying to make a play, and the play was there, we're scrambling. This is now a sack. It's really recorded as a sack, because that's what it's going to be.
Butker, watch Anthony Nelson there.
So now we have lost yardage when you had all these guys, that one guy that's been open for so long that, heck, he could have probably ate a sandwich, picnic dinner, set up a picnic and everything. And it's just, and I did see this. I think this was one of the clips. I did see somebody was like, what is he looking at? Like, hey, there's a guy open right there. I didn't know he was open for that long. Now I see the full clip. He could have thrown to that guy maybe 2, 3, 4 times and probably got the TD from Kansas City Chiefs. Let's see. So we got a clip here. We got a huddle over someone coming from the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all know I love my Eagles. They are one of my favorite teams because Jalen Hurts plays there. Until he goes to another team, I will like the Eagles. Great play here. Love this play. This is going to be a run play. Great.
Let's take football out of football, right? That's a nice
Eagles
sideline. They like that a lot. Let's take football out of football, right?
Love that play because he went over the offense to get the extra more yards. Like I said, the more yards to get us close to one. Even if you are going to go for that field goal, you still got that field goal there to get it. So hey, I love it. Love that play from them. Got to get it from them. So we're going to take another look at some more of that Eagles and New England's video. We got another one here. Let's look at this one. Let's see what we got here, guys. Love this. So we're 2-man here. Got a couple guys in the background. Look like we're definitely passing because we're already in the passing. So this is like the beginning of it. Here, so we're gonna get some couple guys probably rushing in here. We're gonna get probably a man blitz probably here. So let's see.
Quick throw to the right. Little switch thing. He's it. Open field tackle. It's like taking candy from a baby right there. Yeah. Perfect call into the quick throw to the right. Little switch thing.
What in the heck? Maybe it was this video. Because what in the why are you? Let's go back. This is not a tackle. What are you doing? What are you doing? That right there. What is he doing? You just grabbed him. That's not a tackle. That's not gonna slow a 200-pound guy down. What are you doing? That was a bad on the New England's defense, which, New England's defense last year was probably maybe a lot of people were saying wasn't the best because they didn't take on guys. I think a lot of analysts was attacking them, and I see why. I mean, look at this. There's one play, like, come on, man. Right there, so I mean he's already in. So those guys there, like,
open field tackle.
Everyone on defense need to be running right now wherever they at, because that whole defense is like, man. I think that was maybe the video. I think I did see somebody said, what was they doing? If it's not, then I definitely gonna say, what was your defense doing? Because I mean, man, that was not a tackle. You can't. This is not flag football. I'm not saying go out there and try to go back to the old school and demolish the man, but you right there, if you could reach, you could at least, you got there. Why you didn't make the tackle or commit to the tackle? You didn't. He didn't even commit to the tackle. So it's like, he didn't commit. Let's go back. Like I said, I did see a lot of great things for the Bengals. This is some more updates for you Bengal fans. Shouts out to you Bengal fans out there if you are a Bengals fan, because I did like seeing a lot of things I did see yesterday. And this was one of the plays I did see from the Bengals fan, Bengals player too. So let's take a look.
Johnson to throw. Guns it over the middle. That's caught. Hudson. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And the Johnson to throw. Guns it over the middle.
Love it. Right there. Pass, which I think we'll see more of when it comes to the Bengals. And this is like their second and third like stringers. And I already can tell you the Bengals, I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Bengals, especially on the offensive side. Like I said, I told you guys that I feel like, a lot of people are overlooking them because a lot of people have forgot them. I haven't. I think that's by design, that people are going to forget them, and a lot of people are not going to see them coming. And this is what I was telling you guys when I seen it was and I'm going to go to the WNBA. It was the game between the Las Vegas Aces and the Atlanta Dreams. And it was such a great game. I said and it was before playoffs. I think it was like almost, I think, the beginning of WNBA. And I said, put your bets on the Dreams to get playoffs. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know what the odds was probably back then, but if you would have put that money on there, if you follow me on the X, I said, hey, take the easy money, just like I said for the Spurs. Take the easy money. I'm telling you guys, once again, take the easy money. The Bengals are going to get into the playoffs. If not, they got to go through so much of stuff that it's going to probably have to wreck that team. Bengals are going to go into the playoffs. I'm not too sure of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I do like what I seen from the Broncos, especially now they have Waddle. If you miss it, man, and Waddle showed out, and that was just for a brief period of time. Waddle is going to be a Broncos. I mean, man, the Broncos people are going to embrace him like all the great players they have had before. And I'm telling you guys, when the Miami Dolphins gave y'all a gift, you're going to see it. I'm not counting out the Denver Broncos because they have Waddle, but I'm telling you, the games between maybe the Bengals and the Broncos should be great if you are both sides are healthy. I can't wait to see both of those guys and see what they're going to do. Like I said, I love what I'm seeing from the Bengals, and so and see where we're going to go with it. Let's look at some more. Like I said, we have a lot of clips, guys, a lot of things to go over. So let's take another look at it. It says, oh, I got a question, guys, before we start. It says, do we still have a weekly match for this month? What you mean? You talking about Seattle has weekly? Well, yeah, you because how they adjusted, I guess you're talking about the schedule. And I like the way they did it, and I think it's a reason because I think most of weeks you will get rival games if that's what you're talking about, Aaron. You'll have a lot of guys have those rival games and do rival stuff. So yes, I think that's what you're saying. And if that's what you're saying, yes. Let's take a quick look at this. So yeah, there are a lot. I think there will be, which I can say is very interesting. They did the card like that. Let's go to Kansas City Chiefs and then back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers has the ball right now. Let's take a look at it.
Left. Browning another quick throw. He is hit right away. That ball is out. Being back down. And Sean Tucker,
great hustle.
Thankfully back onto this football. That was going to be a
great hustle. Great hustle from Tampa Bay. Great tip though. Tipped up. Got to the ball to get to the ball and tipped it. Hey, shouts out to Kansas City that made the play, but couldn't get on to cover the ball. But great hustle from the Buccaneers for getting it back and getting back on top of that ball there to get it back. Here I think this is this will be Eagles and the New England Patriots play. Eagles have the ball here. 10-14. We're almost in the red zone. I think the New England Patriots will
fourth down opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
There it is.
What a great
play.
That's a good recovery there. He's out of it. And that is not a turnover. Fourth down opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
There it is.
He this guy really batted, the receiver really batted that down. I don't think that was defense at all.
And that is not a turnover.
That's a good recovery there. That's a good recovery there. He had a
There it is.
What a down. The receiver, batted that down himself. He didn't make the play. We'll go back to it. I'm gonna show y'all. He batted it down. Now, I don't know why. I'm trying to see. Is it? Yeah, he batted it down himself. Couldn't make the play. On his own. But great job on the Patriots with the cover. Because like I said, I have been saying here for the past couple of almost going to 2 hours that New England's defense wasn't making great decisions, great definitely something that we had to take a look at, and it just adjust to getting into. So like I said, great play from that from what we've seen and stuff. So we'll see. Let's go into some injuries updates, guys, here before we almost get out of here, because I just want to come on here for at least like 2 hours and give you guys some kind of content here as we are winding down. It says Patrick Mahomes' knee says he's extremely confident he will be able to play week 1 against Denver. And I was just speaking about Denver in another game. I was saying Denver and Kansas City. I mean Denver and the Bengals. But this will be a great game for both sides of the guys. I wouldn't, if I was a bettor, I wouldn't probably to put too much into this because this is the first game. I know a lot of people are going to suspect this to be one of the big games. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Denver could get, Bo Nix should get at least close to 170 plus yards, especially with Waddle. I think that's what the defense on Kansas City side will mostly try to focus on, trying to get Waddle and trying to not get Waddle the ball. I think Denver definitely needs to try to do a lot of rushing. I think on the Kansas City side, you will see a lot of rushing. Don't forget, they have Walker on that side. So you might see Kansas City come out and go with the rush. You might see Travis get, short. You might see a couple short plays here, short plays there. I'm really wondering. I think the first one could be a run for Kansas City. I think they will not. You will probably most likely maybe barely get Patrick to run. I don't see him running that maybe first 5 weeks. I don't see him doing it. So that's just something that I don't think you'll see, but we'll see. He said it also says that I'm ready to get back on the field. I'm trying to play next week. He's going to try to play next week preseason game. So, next week, this week will be the last week for the preseason game. So, we'll see. I'm going to keep an eye on that to see how does Patrick play when it comes to that, and see how does that go for him. Like I say, man, it's crazy he's coming back that quick. It's crazy they're going to let him play like that, because I feel like Patrick is one of their franchise guys that can play well and be how they go about that. Let's cover a couple of scores here, like stats on Tuesdays, and really kind of give you guys a dive of what may happen in this, even in preseason. Eagles 21, New England 24. Not too bad for my Eagles. Like I said, Tony D really did really well. Not surprised about that. I like the way New England played. It's just defense, which I think that was the whole thing with them last year. I think the whole thing with them last year is the same thing this year. So it's yet to see how they're going to go about, you know, things they're doing and the way they are going to adjust to stuff. So we yet to see this here. Let's go to another game here. Another score. Chicago Bears 9, Bengals 27. I'm still a little concerned about the Bears. I see some glances of hope here and there. Yes, but I'm still a little nervous, still on the fence when it comes to the Cincinnati Bengals. Doing just really coming into what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be doing it. So it's just really a adjustment of how they're going to go about their day and how everything's going to go. Like I said, I'm not surprised. I'm very proud of the Bengals. Love the way the Bengals play here. Kudos to the Bengals. Love the score. Love what they did. They did what they supposed to do, and things like that. So I'm not surprised. None of the things that they did. So, kudos on them. Let's go to the Nates. One of the Nates games that we did talk about, and like I said, it was more of a closer game than we suspected. So Kansas City did show some promise. Tampa Bay, I'm still a little worried. Like I said, this was one team, but we yet to see because, like I say, this is a preseason type of game. 15-16 is not bad. Losing by 1 point is not bad. I did like a little of what Kansas City did. I just want to know, is Patrick Mahomes going to really start, and can they keep Patrick Mahomes healthy throughout the full season? Definitely going to have to be a must when it comes to Kansas City Chiefs. Like I say, I still, even with Kansas City being almost healthy, because we know they're not healthy, they are the team that everybody's going to roll with, but I would not put my stocks into everything they're doing. We did know that the New York Giants did win yesterday. Jameis Winston did play. He did 11-yard run TD. His comments was, sometimes it's good to show the young school cats that I still can be a athlete and get out there in the pads. And like I said, I'm glad that he still is doing stuff with the team and still with the team. It seems like he loves being in New York. It seems like he likes playing. This guy brings great energy. He's a great person to me. Never heard anything bad about him. Seems like he's a great guy to be around. When you talk about the Giants, I feel like he could bring a lot to the Giants. We seen that once the Giants went down, but the Giants had lost so much. They lost a running game, they lost a quarterback, and they put one in. So he really didn't have that much out there to be with. That's why I think the New York Giants did kind of load up on their on everything, and really that's why they kind of made a comeback of where they're at now. Like I said, I love the way they did everything and how they did. Let's take a look. I was speaking about the Cowboys the other day with one of their people that was starting this week, and that was Joe Mixon. 129 passing yards is crazy. 3 TDs, no interceptions. Crazy on that. He had 9 completions, 13 attempts. Like I said, 179 passing yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. His rate was 150.4. He had 3 carries, 2 rushing yards, 1 rushing TD, which is crazy. Did not get sacked. Hey man, that's really like crazy. So, and I said, this is like a guy who They just put out there just for something. Now, don't get me wrong, Dak Prescott does great behind this offensive line. It's going to get to a point where I think that a lot of people are going to start asking Prescott to get this team past the postseason. Which, like I say, it isn't hard for them. No, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys can get there because, they can do a lot when it comes to this game plan. Let's take a quick look at the score. They did play Arizona yesterday or this week for week 2. 34-13 is crazy. They killed the Arizona Cardinals. This is why another reason I would tell you guys I'm very concerned about Arizona. Arizona is really a team that has me quite kind of concerned and on the fence with them. Not knowing, like I say, are they going to lose a few games? Yes. When they play these good teams, I feel like if they play a decent team that can be close to them, because like I said, I've seen a lot of great things from Arizona. It's just they got to get over the hump once they get to it. Shouts out to everyone. Like I say, I will be doing college bets too in the Discord. We have 6 more days before we get into college. You see, they are doing the countdown. We have 6 days until the college kickoff. So, hey, man, we're going to have a little college games before the NFL games because we're 1 week away from the kickoffs of the NFL. So, shouts out to everyone. If you do like College Bowl, y'all already know I said that, hey, we might have Notre Dame. They're showing Ole Miss. I would not be surprised. I feel like Notre Dame is the team that you have to have a look at and keep an eye on as we go into the season. Let's see here. I think I had one on Sanders, but I think this is a little okay. So here's a kind of I put the wrong one. So here's Sanders, and here's where we at. Like I say, he only played. This was only just the first quarter. So in the first quarter, he had 43 passing yards, 1 TD. He didn't have no interception by then. He was 4 for 4, which is not bad. So we was doing good. So whatever he was doing here, I feel like they need to take that game plan, whatever was going on right here, and because we're almost close to the end of this quarter right here, if I'm looking at it. And do that format and probably put it in there. Now, he only had 1 carry, 2 rushing yards. He didn't have no rushing TDs. He didn't get sacked. The rating is pretty good. Like I say, this was only the first quarter. It's not the first 2 quarters we was doing. So I like that. Not bad from Sanders. Like I said, I feel like whatever we was doing there, he needs to do that. If he can do that all game, that will make him a elite QB. I think that will get him over the hump and things like that. And let me see. I got a few more. I want to see. I want before we get some. No, we talked about that. So we're kind of okay. So we're at the end. We're kind of caught up. I still have a lot of more video clips. I'll show some of those on Tuesday, so we can say some of those guys because we're at the 2 hour mark. Point, guys. Like I said, thank you guys. I know this was a surprise here, so I came because we have a later game tonight. But you can catch me Tuesday. I will be back 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Inside the NFL Mind. It will be set up the way me and CJ will be doing. So next week, the return of season 2 of the EVP and Miami's NFL recap is back. 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be me and CJ. We'll be really getting you guys. We'll start off the week of telling you guys how we feel about the upcoming game. I will be back live that next week will be at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be for, I think it will be Seattle. Yes, it's Seattle and the New England Patriots. If I'm not mistaken, I want to make sure I'm getting it right. It will be Seattle and New England Patriots, I think. Let's take a look at it here. Week 1. Yes. So it will be that Wednesday on September the 9th. I will be only discussing the Patriots and Seattle game. We will talk about bets, props, weather. I'll give you guys the injury update, give you guys my thoughts of who may win, how this outcome of the game may be. Only that game only. Now, I will be back live Thursday, next 49ers game and the Rams game. It'll be another game that I will only talk about that game only, preparing you guys for bets, weather, injury updates to kind of give you guys an adjustment of how the game is going to go. Now, this week, like I said, I will be live Tuesday. It will be the last Tuesday one I will be doing by myself because me and CJ will be back next week. I'll basically do what I was doing, give you guys some more updates. If some more updates come by, we'll look at some videos, a couple more videos like we did today. We'll look at some scores, kind of break down some more stuff. Like I say, that will be the last day where we'll kind of give you like new stuff because me and CJ, we really kind of go over base of the week of what we thought about the games. So, like I said, the recaps are kind of pretty different. And this Thursday, I will only be discussing the Thursday's preseason games to kind of get you guys adjusted of how the inside the NFL mind will be. Now, I know there will not probably be bets. We'll go over a few bets, but not as many as it will be once the season starts. But kind of give you guys a pretty thought process of how the Thursday inside the NFL mind will be. So you guys, that will be 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, guys, do not forget to follow us on X page. That's DWETV. Like I say, we go live. Every time we go live, please follow us. We're over there on DWETV. You can catch all of our other stuff. If you do want to follow us on YouTube, you can catch me either on Talk It Up Podcast on YouTube. Like and subscribe. And you can catch me starting next week. I will be live on Talk It Up Podcast, and I will be live with CJ on the EVP show on his YouTube. We'll be live from the DWTV page on X. I'll be live on my X page. That's Miami the Great 305. We'll be live on his page. That's EVP CJ on his X. So you guys can catch us on there next week. It'll be the sports program. We are back. I'm so glad to hold it down, CJ. I did it. Man, starting off in March and now I'm here, man. It's crazy. So hey, man, I held it down. Like I say, hey, I'm at 200. So when me and CJ come back, I know we're probably going to be at like maybe 300 or 400, man. So we really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for really supporting us. I think once this football season is over with, you're going to start seeing me mix up some NBA. CJ is going to do some NBA in the morning. So we are doing more sports. We're bringing the NBA and MLB to the DWETV program. Shouts out to everyone who's been supporting us on that. Follow us on Twitch. Shouts out to everyone who's following us on Twitch. That's DWE Radio on Twitch, DWETV on Twitch. Give us a follow on Twitch. Other than that, guys, thank you guys for joining me. See you guys Tuesday. I will be live Tuesday and this Thursday, guys. Got to start waking back up early to make sure I get work done so you guys can have me, because now I probably will wake up now because now football started and get all the stuff out. I'm sorry about last week. Kind of got a little busy. Things came up, popped up, a lot of things like that. But we are back. Like I said, I did this show for you guys to give you guys some information, updates. So, hey, I always appreciate you guys for coming by, stopping by for that. like I say, if you see this QR code, guys, you see this QR code at the top right here. You go pull out your phone. If you scan that, that will take you to me and CJ's Discord. Starting next week, we will start back putting in bets. That will give you guys a idea of how to tell bets if you want to tell bets. Because Sunday, remember, there's no live on Sunday. The only reason why I went live today because there was no football game until later on tonight. So, and like I said, I missed Tuesday and Wednesday, so I had to make up for those days. So Sunday will not be no NFL's lives for us, but you can catch us that next Tuesday. Well, we'll first start off the first week. It's a crazy week next week, the following week, because we have 3 sports shows back to back. CJ has one on Tuesday. I have one on Wednesday and Thursday. And then you will not catch us back again until that next Tuesday. So if you want to tell bets, you have to scan that QR code. You can go in there, come in the chat. We'll drop a lot of stuff of what's the bonus they have on FanDuel, DraftKings, even on I don't know how to put the international bets in there, but I will screenshot and put it on there. Try to get more people to try to come over there and download that app. Hopefully me and CJ can find a way where if the Discord can put that link in there to take it there, that will be amazing. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll work it out. You know, like I say, shouts out to CJ. Thanks for having me on the show because he was the one to kick off the whole sport. You can catch all of the other guys that are with DWE TV. Like I say, go follow that page. You can see Sports Jedi, Famous, Nap God, all the guys that are with us as the affiliate side. We're always looking for people to either join us either on the affiliate side or on the permanent family of DWE TV. And the permanent family is Greg, Cal, CJ, me, Final Boss, Reggie, and the rest of the crew who's with us, who also always are in the back. Even if you want to be a backstage person or just be someone that wants to just market the product, please DM the Final Boss baby. She is the HR, or DM me because I am the CEO. We will review things with you, see how things go, try you out, and test it out and see how it goes. Later on tonight, CJ goes on. You can catch him at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he will be going live for EVP Scoops. Later on today at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can go over to After the Slam podcast. I'm pretty sure he will be doing a live interview. He does interviews with independent wrestlers over in Canada. You can catch him. He goes live today on Sunday. Normally they are the Sunday guys. I do not go live on Sunday, but today was the first day. I see kind of probably why they like doing Sundays. So if you guys want to catch that, that will be the later on shows. But tomorrow it will be an early start. It will be Reggie and Kyle tomorrow. They will go live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will review the rundown of Raw. It will be the Raw card. So those guys will go live early because Raw does come on early. So you can catch those guys at 5:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And CJ will be on later on that Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the rundown. For the, EVP recaps of the Raw recaps for Monday. And I already told you guys what's going to go down on Tuesdays. But later on that Tuesday night, because you guys know I go on early that Tuesday. Tuesday nights will be CJ's NXT recaps. You can catch him at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. And Wednesday, you can catch Cal the Man Anthony and CJ for Queens of WWE, where they talk about all of the women's WWE's wrestlers from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Sometimes you might get some insights of TNA. Who knows? Those guys, they really break down of what their thoughts and what some plans of how they're going to do the women's division. So that is a Wednesday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time program. And then Thursday, you can catch CJ. You can catch me first. I go live. Like I say, y'all guys already know about Inside the NFL Mind. And then you catch CJ 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where he does the recap for Big Brother. And then finishing us off on Friday will be CJ on his SmackDown recaps. So that is how this week will go, guys. We hope to see you guys this rest of the week. Do not forget to tune in for After Slam at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then later on tonight, 6:00, who will be closing us out for the night will be CJ. That will be for the EVP Sunday Scoops. You catch them at 6:00 here on DWTV. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys Tuesday. I am out. I am your host, Miami the Great, and this is Inside the NFL Mind of Miami. Catch you guys.
Hey, okay, let it be known. I'm working hard when I ain't on the phone. This ain't a home, this ain't a phone. Grind never stopping, I'm keeping it cold. Unlocking the door.